Good evening. You're watching the news tonight, your daily roundup of all that has happened across India and the world. I'm Ishan Russell, and these are the headlines that we're tracking this evening. Heated exchanges in the Rajya Sabha. House adjourned after deciding to take up discussion on JNU and Hyderabad University controversies tomorrow. Lok Sabha takes up discussion on the suicide of Dalit student Rohit Vemula and the anti-national controversy in the JNU campus. Delhi High Court postpones bail plea of Jawaharlal Nehru University Students' Union President Kanhaiya Kumar. High Court to hear petition on the 29th of February. Curfew lifted partially in Haryana. Congress asked state and central government to compensate for losses left in the wake of the quota protests. And 23 people killed as aircraft crashes in Nepal. A Chinese and a Kuwaiti national among those killed. The top story this evening. On the first day of the budget session of Parliament, the upper house witnessed a lot of sloganeering and heated exchanges between members of the Treasury and the opposition benches on the issue of Dalit scholar Rohit Vemula's suicide. Now, after repeated adjournments, it was decided that a discussion on the JNU issue and the Hyderabad University controversy would be taken up on Thursday.
The first working day of the budget session in Rajya Sabha started on a stormy note, leading to repeated adjournments over the suicide of Dalit scholar Rohit Vemula. BSP leader Mayawati raised the issue during 0 hour, seeking the government's response on the inclusion of a Dalit member into the inquiry committee.
हमारी मायावती जी, please stop.
के दोनों मंत्रियों को मंत्री पद से
I will have to say it will not go on record.
इस्तीफा नहीं
Please
दिया
stop.
जाएगा। इसके साथ ही यूनिवर्सिटी
No,
के
please.
VC को बर्खास्त
There is
नहीं किया जाएगा।
in the list of
इस
business,
मामले से
there
जुड़े
is a discussion
अन्य
on the
सभी
same
प्रमुख
subject.
लोगों को भी वहाँ से
Therefore,
नहीं
you stop.
हटाया
You will
जाएगा।
get
तो
time
इसके अलावा
later.
इस जांच कमेटी
Please.
में एक दलित आदमी को भी नहीं रखा
आप
जाएगा।
सुनिए,
तब तक
इसी
ये
में
जांच
discussion आज ही है।
सही व निष्पक्ष संभव नहीं हो सकती है।
BSP MPs soon trooped into the well of the House, shouting slogans against the government. The left parties and Congress supported Mayawati's demand, but with the government saying it will reply at the end of the short-duration discussion slated for later in the day, proceedings were adjourned twice during 0 hour.
House is adjourned up to 12:00 hours.
During question hour, Chairman Mohammad Hamid Ansari appealed to those protesting to let the House function smoothly.
Interruption of question hour is a violation of the privilege of individual members. Trample on the privilege of your own colleagues. That is all. You have the whole day to raise these questions.
After 5 adjournments in the first half of the day, the stormy scenes continued in the post-lunch session as well. With BSP members shouting slogans in the well, Mayawati sought a separate discussion on Rohit Vemula's suicide.
We fully support the sentiments she has raised, and we are fully in with them on the question of a Dalit issue as far as Hyderabad Central University is concerned.
मायावती जी ने जो मुद्दा उठाया है उसमें हम सहमत हैं कि हैदराबाद यूनिवर्सिटी में जिस तरह से रोहित को आत्महत्या करनी पड़ी वो एक नेशनल इशू है, उसको हम किसी तरह से डाइल्यूट नहीं होने देंगे और न करना चाहते हैं।
The government, however, made it clear that it would reply to all questions raised during the discussion.
I am willing to answer every question which is posed to me. Either they decide which question they want to ask it. Allow me to finish.
No,
Mr.
please,
Yachuri.
let her complete.
My question to the senior members of this house is this. Be it Mr. Yachuri or Behenji, my question is this. Are we signaling to the nation, sir, that a judge is in a capacity? Allow me to finish, sir. Are we saying to this country that a judge's capacity to deliver justice will depend on his caste now, sir?
With BSP members not relenting, proceedings were adjourned once again. Later, it was decided to take up the issue for discussion on Thursday through short duration discussion and calling attention motion. With no work done on the first day of the budget session, Deputy Chairman once again urged the members to let the House function smoothly before adjourning the House till Thursday.
Not saying anything about the other house, but the other house is functioning very well. We are seniors. We could not function today in spite of all effort. Tomorrow, I thank you for this good understanding arrived at. I hope, I believe and I pray that tomorrow the House will function smoothly. House is adjourned till 11 a.m. on Thursday, the 25th February.
Vishal Daya's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
The Lok Sabha decided to take up a short-duration discussion on the functioning of universities in the country, including incidents at JNU and Hyderabad University this afternoon. Now, this followed after Leader of Congress, Mallikarjun Kharge, and two others gave notice of adjournment motion on the issue. BJP MP Anurag Thakur led a fierce government response against opposition allegations of muzzling dissent and being anti-Dalit. Thakur also attacked Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi for supporting the protests against sedition charges on Jawaharlal Nehru University students. Union Minister Smriti Irani, who replied to the debate, claimed that she was only doing her duty by writing to the Hyderabad University, claiming that even opposition MPs write to her seeking admissions for their children. Earlier, Congress leader Jyotiraditya Scindia launched an aggressive criticism of the government, squarely blaming the NDA for the suicide of Dalit scholar Rohit Vemula in Hyderabad. He called the sedition controversy in JNU a blot on the nation. Scindia also blamed the BJP of crushing voices of dissent, triggering uproar from the government benches. Home Minister Rajnath Singh assured the House on the safety of the students who were in custody.
अब मुझे ये पूछना है, क्या इंस्पेक्टर एमएल शर्मा जिन्होंने शहादत दी, उनके घर आप गई या नहीं गई, लेकिन दूसरे के नाम पर आंसू जरूर निकाले। ये दिखाता है मैडम, और इसीलिए मैडम, इसीलिए मुझे याद आता है कि जब वो इंस्पेक्टर एमएल शर्मा की बात आती है तो राहुल जी भी उनके यहाँ नहीं जा पाए, लेकिन उनके घर पर गए जिनका आतंकवादी होने का, जिनके ऊपर आरोप ही नहीं लगे बल्कि उनको मार गिराया गया। इसलिए तय आपको करना है, आप अफजल गुरु के साथ हैं या संसद के साथ है, भारत के लोकतंत्र के साथ है। अफजल गुरु आपके लिए आतंकवादी है या आपके लिए शहीद है, ये तय आपको करना है।
ये सोच ये सरकार प्रचारित करनी चाहती है कि एक ही सोच चलेगा, एक ही धर्म चलेगा, एक ही संस्कृति चलेगा इस देश में। हम जितनी आलोचना करें वो कम है, लेकिन केवल नारे देना अपराधीकरण की श्रेणी में नहीं आता और राजद्रोह की श्रेणी में नहीं आता।
Instead of assuring social justice to all, the ruling party wishes to use the student unrest in our universities to claim a monopoly on nationalism and tar all of their critics with the brush of anti-nationalism.
When frauds dressed as lawyers attacked students, beat up professors, beat up journalists, because of your malintentions, people are questioning your veracity, your honesty.
9 फरवरी की रात में जेएनयू में जो घटना घटी है, जो नारे लगे हैं, उस बारे में कुछ छापा है और दिखाया कुछ और है। उसको लेकर गंभीर मत भेजें, लेकिन उसकी पूरी जांच होनी चाहिए। जब जहाँ यह जरूरी है कि 30 फरवरी नारा है, तो इसकी पूरी जांच होनी चाहिए। लगाने वाले देशविरोधी नारे लगाने वालों को माफ नहीं किया जा सकता।
4 सितंबर 2015, 30 सितंबर 2015, 6 अक्टूबर 2015, 20 अक्टूबर 2015, 19 नवंबर 2015, 6 जनवरी 2016, ये सारे पत्र हमने निवेदन हेतु लिखे ताकि चाहे वो सांसद कांग्रेस के हों या किसी और पार्टी के हों, जिन उत्तर का वो हमसे उम्मीद बांध कर बैठे हैं, जिस उम्मीद को लगाए बैठे हैं उस उम्मीद को मैं पूरा करूं।
जो कुछ भी जवाहरलाल नेहरू यूनिवर्सिटी में हुआ है और जो भी कार्रवाई पुलिस के द्वारा की जा रही है, उसमें सरकार की तरफ से कोई हस्तक्षेप नहीं है।
Now, the twin issues of Dalit scholar Rohit Vemula's suicide and the JNU row were raised outside the House as well. Left parties were joined by many other opposition parties in protesting just outside the House doors.
MPs of the left parties protesting against what they call are the government's anti-Dalit policies. They accuse the government of enforcing the agenda of the RSS on the citizens of the country.
It has now been proved that all the so-called evidence they have given is all fabricated evidence. And on the basis of such fabrications, this government, this BJP government is attempting to divert the attention of the people away from all the hard-pressed problems that they are facing, including growing galloping economic burdens on them.
MPs belonging to RJD, JDU and NCP also joined their colleagues from the left parties. JDU chief Sharad Yadav said it was the first time since independence that the issue of nationalism had become centre stage. He also accused the BJP-led government of trying to gloss over the promises it made before the elections.
हालात देश में जो हैं उनको सुधारने की जगह ये सरकार कन्हैया से लेकर जो नौजवानों को एक फेक ये उनका राष्ट्रवाद का जो भजन चला है तो पार्लियामेंट में इसकी बहस होगी और कभी हिंदुस्तान में 70 बरस में इस तरह का उन्माद कभी पैदा नहीं हुआ.
The protests from the opposition continued inside the House too, with MPs from several opposition parties demanding answers from the government. Navikram Singh's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
The Supreme Court has come down heavily on the practice of damaging public property during agitations. While hearing the plea of Hardik Patel, the apex court reacted strongly, saying that strict action must be taken against individuals or any political parties that destroy public property during any of their agitations. The court said the country cannot be held ransom by such agitations. The apex court also said it would frame guidelines to punish people who damage or destroy public property. The SC bench also suggested that people might have to pay for the damage or loss of public property. Last year, the Patel community leader had led a huge protest in Gujarat demanding reservation in government jobs and in education under the OBC category. While in the recent Jat agitation in Haryana, the state saw the loss of 34,000 crore rupees due to loss of public property. Meanwhile, curfew has been lifted in some parts of Haryana after the government assured a reservation for the Jat community by bringing a Jat reservation bill. Meanwhile, expressing disappointment over the situation in the state, the Congress has asked the centre and the state government to compensate for the losses in the wake of the protests.
Rail and road traffic resumed in Haryana on Wednesday after remaining blocked for over a week due to the Jat agitation. Curfew was relaxed in Rohtak and Bhiwani, the worst affected districts. It was also lifted in the Hisar district. Haryana state MPs met Parliamentary Affairs Minister Venkaiah Naidu on the third day of the Jat Reservation Committee meetings.
तो ऑलरेडी कमेटी नियुक्त किया, कमेटी अपना काम कर रहे. पहले दिन कमेटी का बैठक हुआ, दूसरा दिन मुख्यमंत्री और मंत्रियों के साथ बैठक हुआ. आज हरियाणा का संसद सदस्यों के साथ बैठक हुआ. इन प्रिंसिपल तो तय है. जाट आरक्षण जो पहले दिया है उससे पीछे हटने का सवाल नहीं.
देखिए, लगातार निवेदन है, शांति भी है और हमारा आपका सबका फर्ज है शांति बनाए रखें. जो बातें लोगों से जो वायदे हुए थे उन्हें पूरा करने के लिए सरकार लगातार 3 दिन हो गया, आप देख रहे हैं, लगातार मीटिंग कर रहे हैं, लगातार बातचीत कर रहे हैं. हम उस दिशा में आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. सबका हित इसी में है कि शांति बनी रहे.
Earlier, the Haryana police booked former Chief Minister and Congress leader Bhupinder Singh, who does close aid Virinder, over an audio clip of his conversation in which he allegedly incited violence during the Jat quota agitation. The Haryana Jan Hit Congress submitted a memorandum to the governor demanding president's rule in Haryana.
आज गवर्नर साहब से हम मिले, हमने उनको ज्ञापन दिया, राष्ट्रपति शासन लागू करने की मांग की है. भूपिंदर सिंह हुड्डा, प्रोफेसर वीरेंद्र सिंह के ऊपर देशद्रोह का मामला दर्ज करने की मांग की है और सीबीआई इंक्वायरी की मांग की है कि भाई आईएनएलडी का कितना रोल इसके अंदर है और किसी तय तक जाए सीबीआई इन्वेस्टिगेशन की हमने मांग की है.
Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar on Tuesday said Jats will be given reservations separately from the 27% quota meant for other backward classes in the state. Khattar also announced compensation of 10 lakh rupees to the 19 people killed during the agitation. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
The Delhi High Court has deferred the bail plea of Jawaharlal Nehru University Students' Union President Kanhaiya Kumar, who is under arrest on sedition charges. The High Court will now hear his bail plea on the 29th of February. The decision came after the Delhi police told the High Court that it would seek his fresh remand from a trial court. The police also filed a status report on its investigation into the matter. Kanhaiya is lodged in the Tihar Central Jail under judicial custody, which will expire on the 2nd of March. The police intends to seek his remand in order to confront him with the 2 other JNU students who surrendered before the police Tuesday night.
More action in the JNU campus on Tuesday night. 2 of the JNU students accused of sedition, Umar Khalid and Anirban Bhattacharya, surrendered before the Delhi police. This came hours after the Delhi High Court refused to give them any protection from arrest. The 2 had contended that there was a threat to their life and had asked for permission to surrender before the High Court and a safe passage from the JNU campus to the court premises. They have been accused of organizing an event on 9th of February to mark the anniversary of the hanging of terrorist Afzal Guru, during which anti-India slogans were raised. 3 other students wanted by the police, Anant Prakash Narayan, Ashutosh Kumar and Ram Naga, said they would not surrender.
एडमिन ब्लॉक से ग्रुप 4 की सुमो गाड़ी में जिसपे भी की येलो कलर के लेवल लगे हुए थे, उसमें उमर खालिद को और अरविंद को लेके वो आए हैं. अभी मेरे ख्याल से भी थाने के अंदर ही हैं.
Earlier, the court had also agreed to urgently hear a plea which sought direction to JNU to allow Delhi police to enter its premises to arrest the 5 students. The JNU Vice-Chancellor had refused to give permission to Delhi police to enter the university campus on Monday. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Now, thousands of ABVP students today held a protest march from New Delhi's Ram Leela ground to Jantar Mantar over the JNU controversy. The protest was in response to the solidarity march that JNU teachers and students took out on Tuesday to support the arrested student leaders demanding their release. The High Court is hearing the bail petition of JNU Students' Union President Kanhaiya Kumar, who was arrested on sedition charges earlier this month. The ABVP members demanded strict action against those who shouted anti-India slogans. They also alleged that 5 students who evaded arrest were sheltered by professors in the JNU campus. They sought an inquiry into the matter.
चंद लोगों ने ही पूरे जेएनयू में ऐसा भारत विरोधी नारे लगाए हैं, लेकिन अभी भी अधिकांशतः जेएनयू की जनता राष्ट्रवादी है और पूरे जेएनयू को ऐसे जनरलाइज न किया जाए कि वहाँ पे सभी लोग एंटी नेशनल हैं। और मैं पूरे देशवासियों से ये निवेदन करना चाहता हूँ कि पूरे हमारे जो जेएनयू है वो एक अच्छा है और हम इसे और अच्छा बनाएंगे।
Time now for a roundup of all the other national news and updates in nationwide. The Supreme Court today sought the response of Maharashtra police on some contentious conditions put up by it for affording licenses to dance bars. Maharashtra police has put conditions that dance bar owners will have to cover and segregate the bar area from the dance performance area. Bar owners have also been ordered to provide CCTV footage of their bars to the area police. The ruling Congress in Karnataka has emerged the most successful party in the Taluk and Zilla Panchayat elections. Congress won 498 out of the total 1,083 Zilla Panchayat seats and 1,705 out of the 3,884 in the Taluk Panchayat seats. Congress is likely to have a hold on 10 Zilla Panchayats, BJP in 7, JDS in 2, while there was a hung verdict in 11 districts. After a 3-day losing streak, gold prices rebounded by 190 rupees to close at 29,100 per 10 grams at the bullion market today. Bullion traders said fresh buying from jewelers as well as retailers in view of the wedding season supported the rise. The precious metal had lost 380 rupees in the previous 3 sessions. However, silver eased by 150 rupees to 37,100 rupees per kilogram, lacking necessary buying from industrial units. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha turned 68 today. Party workers across the state celebrated her birthday by distributing welfare measures and offering special prayers. The popular Amma canteens distributed free food to the people. A massive sapling plantation drive is also to be taken up in almost 7,000 temples across the state. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also wished the leader over the phone and on Twitter. Time for us to take a short break. There's lots more on the other side. Do stay tuned.
Kanhaiya Kumar's case. Do you think that his case is a fit case for the police to book him under sedition?
Police and the law enforcing agencies, they don't understand criticism, however pungent, however strong it informs, is not sedition unless it's a clear incitement to violence.
Areas like education, culture, they suddenly look like battleground, a battle for dominance.
I think the political parties really like to muddy the water.
Watch To The Point with former Attorney General of India, Soli Sorabji, only on Rajya Sabha television.
That clock ticked through the night. So much happened as you slept. So much you missed.
Wake up to a complete roundup of news from India and abroad. Politics, strategy, business, sports. Keen analysis to kickstart your day. Watch Breakfast News weekdays at 8 a.m. on Rajya Sabha television.
Welcome back. You're watching the news tonight. Some international news now, and 23 people were killed on Wednesday as a twin-otter aircraft crashed into a forest in central Nepal. The wreckage of the aircraft belonging to Tara Air was discovered in the afternoon today. The burnt-out wreckage was found in the western district of Maiguri, and bodies could be seen scattered around it. 23 people on board, including 18 Nepalese citizens, including 2 children and 2 foreigners, apart from 3 crew members, died. One of the foreigners has been confirmed to be a Chinese and another a Kuwaiti national. The aircraft went missing minutes after it took off from Pokhara Airport and caught fire after it crashed. The cause of the accident has not been determined yet. Some more international news now in Global Buzz. In Fiji, the death toll from Cyclone Winston jumped to 42. The government and international aid agencies started relief work in remote islands and coastal villages. Thousands are still sheltering in evacuation centres, their homes being destroyed by winds or flooded by the storm. US Senator Bob Corker accused Pakistan of duplicity even as he criticized the Obama administration for giving away F-16 fighter jets to its army. Corker said he witnessed continued duplicity on Pakistan's part, where they continue to support the Taliban and other terror networks. Italy's foreign ministry summoned the US ambassador over media reports that American intelligence services tapped the telephones of former Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi and his close associates in 2011. Newspaper La Repubblica reported that the NSA spied on the former Prime Minister 5 years ago when his government was under pressure at the height of the Eurozone debt crisis. In the United States, a state jury in Missouri ordered Johnson & Johnson to pay $72 million in punitive damages to the family of Jacqueline Fox of Birmingham. Fox died of ovarian cancer in October after years of using the company's baby powder and shower-to-shower for feminine hygiene. Jurors awarded $10 million in compensatory damages and tacked on $62 million in punitive damages. Some sports now, and 2 days ahead of the FIFA presidential election, the executive committee met in Zurich on Wednesday. With the organization embroiled in corruption scandals, creation of a special advisory board to promote reform was top of the agenda.
Football's world governing body FIFA met in Zurich on Wednesday, 2 days before the extraordinary Congress, where the new president will be elected. Among the matters up for discussion was the creation of a special advisory board to promote reform. The sports world governing body, which has been hit by corruption charges, will elect a new leader to try to take the damaged organization forward into a new era.
Not only you need the reforms, but you need to implement the reforms as well. So I was a member of the reform committee in FIFA, and I was part of those who proposed these reforms. I think everyone acknowledged that they are quite groundbreaking.
There are 5 candidates for the post of president: Sheikh Salman bin Ibrahim Al Khalifa, Prince Ali bin Al Hussein, Gianni Infantino, Tokyo Sexwale, and Jerome Champagne.
The petition of a resident of the UK shows that in August 2009, Sheikh Salman, then Bahrain Football Association (Bahrain FA) president, was accused of using FIFA-financed sports development budgets to fund his unsuccessful campaign for the FIFA Executive Committee election.
FIFA has been making global headlines since last May, when authorities arrested its officials and some others on corruption charges. Friday's election seeks to choose a successor for Sepp Blatter, who has been banned for 8 years on corruption allegations. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television.
So more sports action now in Sportsbeat. The Indian tennis star Sania Mirza and her Swiss partner Martina Hingis extended their unbeaten streak to 41 matches after entering the quarterfinals of the Qatar Open. The world number 1 pair survived a scare before pulling off a 3-set 6-4, 4-6, 10-4 win over a Chinese pair. Third seed Marin Cilic bowed out of the Mexican Open after two qualifier Ryan Harrison. The 2014 US Open winner was beaten 6-3, 3-6, 6-2 in the first round by the American, who won 83% of the points from his first serve. However, there were no other upsets, with David Ferrer and Grigor Dimitrov both advancing to the second round. Lionel Messi's double strike put Barcelona on course for the quarterfinals of the Champions League with a 2-0 victory over English side Arsenal. The defending champions are now unbeaten in 33 games in all competitions, a streak that includes 14 wins from their last 50 games. Australia defeated New Zealand by 7 wickets in the second test to sweep the bilateral series 2-0. Captain Stephen Smith and Joe Burns hit 50s on the final day as Australia achieved the target of 201 set by the hosts. With the win, Australia has replaced India at the top of the ICC Test ranking. Well, that's the news tonight. Good night.